Hey, Muriel and Dirk from the Sunshine Family and living in Costa Rica. Pros and cons of living in Costa Rica. I think it's a perfect day, don't you think? To show something.
Definitely. Welcome to the channel, by the way. You have not seen me a lot. It's Muriel's really project, but I'm always around here. And but we are sitting here, not waiting out. There is a big storm. It's called Eta, and it's hitting Nicaragua. But we are in the outskirts, so we were no, I don't know where it is, but it's it's a big storm. I think it's up to category 5, and well, we are in the outskirts. That means that it's gonna be a lot of rain the coming days, and it's just wet. It's still like very comfortable temperature. Although I'm wearing a jacket, but if we would live in the Netherlands, it would be like a nice warm summer day. It's just like, I don't know Fahrenheit, but it's like 25 degrees Celsius, so it will be like nice beach weather and comfortable. But yeah, I'm talking about pros and cons here in Costa Rica. It's super wet, it's super rainy.
What's the date of today?
Today is the 2nd or 3rd?
November 3, 2020. Yeah, we had our morning coffee. It's not that early, we don't really wake up with an alarm clock because we are entrepreneurs, we work fully online.
That doesn't mean that I wake up at 6.
By the way, if you want to learn more about what it is that we do, the first link below my videos, tap it, follow it, you can learn what it is and how it can work for you. But that's not what this video is about. We had our morning coffee and just a chat about, our lives in Costa Rica. I said, you know what, let's just do it on video, this conversation, because you are probably here because you're looking into living in Costa Rica, or you're curious how Costa Rica looks like, and then you stumble probably on a lot of sunny traveling, vacationing videos, which is Costa Rica as well. But the reality is that this is Costa Rica too.
Yeah, so the dry season, it really depends on where you're living, but we are living on the peninsula. It's totally different if you live in the valley, like around San Jose in the Dea. It's a different climate, and it's different when you live in the Caribbean. I have to say, we have not visited the Caribbean yet. Time flew, and now the past year during COVID, we most of the time just stayed put here, and we live on the 5.5 acres of our own land. So we just actually close the gate, and you probably see it in Muriel's videos that we walk over the land. We have a river, so enough to do here. But Caribbean now, they say it's now the super wet rainy season in the Caribbean. It's actually nice and beautiful. But with this big huge storm, I'm not sure if that's the case.
Tell them what happened. Oh, I can tell really quick what happened. We were sitting right here, and our view is this. I'm going to show you what our view is. Hold on. And this is what we see, right? This is the table where we're sitting on right now. And Dirk was sitting here, and I saw him running outside.
That part of the roof?
That part of the roof? Oh, hold on.
This part of the roof. There.
You see that
So
rope?
this part of the roof there, that one above the bus, just went like up because I had not. So that was pretty scary, or like, oh my God, the storm is here. And I there's one, the last plate is not attached to the frame yet. You know how that goes. I have to do that, but then you have to pick up the ladder from the back, and you have to get the tools and the things. And like time passes, and it's like there's hardly wind here somehow. So for example, there's no kite surfing. There's a lot of surfing, but there's zero kite surfing just because there's somehow no wind. And
but a calm could be. So you're probably gonna see a lot of pros, Costa Rica, woohoo, hammock life. But a calm could be, hey, you have property, you have a house, whatever, and the storm is coming. Is it storm proof, right? So he saw that roof going up. I saw him running outside, like, oh, and I saw our newest pet rescue, Sophie, was running inside. So all the dogs are inside, all the muddy paws.
I don't know if it's a pro or a con. No. It's actually just living here in Costa Rica.
It's a choice.
I think that's a choice. The living here in the part where we live, and like I said, it depends on where you live in Costa Rica, but if you live around San Jose, more city life, more suburban life, how you say that is a different kind of life. Than we are living pretty outdoors. We do not live really off the grid or something. We have electricity, we have Wi-Fi. We have our own well.
Look where we're sitting.
And,
keep on talking.
And so that's where we have our own stuff here. So, but we definitely live on the countryside. Our neighbors are cows, and we hear cows passing down. If the farmer has to transport their cows from field A to field B, they pass our gate, and the dogs go crazy, and so that is our life. So we live really outdoors. As you see, we have actually 2 buses and an old Tico house here, because we are building or start building next year with our house in the other side of the land. But this was here, and we really wanted to live on our own property, so I bought 2 city buses in and around San Jose, transported them here.
That's good that you cover that, because people ask me, why do you sleep in the bus? What's the story of the bus? This is the story about buses.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we bought the buses and
to extend the house, actually, right?
I converted them into actually 2 bedrooms, and that's how we live. But I did not attach that roof, so that was a bit of a challenge. But the pros and cons, there are so many pros and cons. You could say, oh, you live in countryside, you have to deal with this nature more than when you live in the city, like in a real house.
Yeah,
let's say concrete.
More amongst the elements, right? It's like when the storm comes over, the back of the land. I just point where our property starts. There's also a river going there. It's a little bit lower there. You just hear the wind coming from the back. Remember the other day? You see it's getting darker, and then it comes over your property. I call that living amongst the elements, right?
Yeah, so we had a vegetable garden. Maybe you've seen it in one of the video. That was a nice project. Muriel had just left with Sam to San Jose, because Sam broke her collarbone, and I was here with Nick, and we were sitting here on the same spot, watching I think we watched a movie or something, like, it was a hectic day, and a lot of stuff happened, and we were having dinner and watching a movie together, and it's like, I turned off the sound, and Nick says, what are you doing? What are you doing? No. I said, listen. Huh? And it was like, there's like 100 elephants are running from the back of the land towards here. That was the storm. That was like a wall of rain just coming in, and like super hard wind, and we cannot close this anyway, but we put everything in, and there were like plants here on the edge, and they just blew inside. And well, we got our stuff, we got our laptops.
The laptops.
Put the bag around it, and the dogs were like, what's happening? They said, okay guys, run! And we ran from here all the way to that bus over there, and we just hide inside, and we just set it out. And that same roof was not attached to the frame as well, but from the other side. I did fix that the day after, but we could hear everything go dong, dong, dong. You can't remember, you weren't out there, but that was the end of the vegetable garden, because that whole roof just took off.
But you know what I think about living amongst the elephants, the elements, but also when you thinking about living in Costa Rica all year round. Well, I would call it a pro to live here all year round, because we talk about this with our friends who live here as well. Like, oh, now we say, you see me sitting with a blanket. Oh, it's so cool, and everything is so wettish. Nothing really dries, no matter if you have air conditioning and dryers.
I think it's like 99% humidity now.
Everything is muddy, but can you imagine how much you enjoy when the dry season starts? And this is like the tail of the wet season. It's beginning of November.
3-4 more weeks.
Yeah, and then it's dry season, and then we're like, whoo, it's so hot. We all just wish for a little bit of water, because it's dry, it's dusty. And I think that is the charm of living in Costa Rica the whole year round. And there's so many pros and cons, but it depends on you as person, what do you prefer. Of course, there are lots of people who just live here in what they prefer as the best season, right? And they just have 2 lives. They have a life somewhere else, and a house, and basically a life with friends and everything, and they come here the other part of the year to have their life here. That's possible. I know people who do that for over 25 years, even people with children. I know them. But we decided and that's pros and cons of living in Costa Rica. You have to make up your mind. If you decide to do what we did, living in Costa Rica and leave our other life in the Netherlands behind. We didn't leave a house. We didn't leave. We even are not registered in the Netherlands anymore because we went traveling. But we stranded in Costa Rica, as funny as it may sound. We are endless travelers. Right now we're applying for residency, etc., etc. We have an external international business.
Well, we tried to do for residency, but the immigration office is still closed. Right?
It's still closed. That's
so
also a
we started the whole process. The papers are ready. They're still at the lawyer's
Yeah.
office because there is no immigration office that can do it. But that doesn't matter because the borders are closed. No, the borders are open yet again, but normally you have to go out of the country every 3 months to have renew your tourist visa, and they've been extending that and extending that. It is now November here, on November 3rd, right? And it's extended, I think, to March 3rd. So we have
That's
like
an
4 months.
incredible pro of living in Costa Rica.
No, that's
right
an
now.
incredible pro of the COVID. That's
Yes.
not the thing.
That's
Normally
right.
we have to go in and out. That is the con of Costa Rica, that
Oh,
you have to
yeah.
go in and out. The pro of the COVID. Look, there are also good things about COVID. Is that we can stay put and we do not have to travel and go
Actually,
out
for
of
a
the country.
whole year, we didn't have to do border runs.
The last run I think I did in, I can't remember. I think last year December or something, or November, or
Yeah, I don't know. It was
somewhere
long
there,
time
and or no, February, so right before COVID, and I got so car sick. I mean, we always take a shuttle, up to the border and then back in the day. I was so green, and I remember I coming home. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. So maybe the universe heard me and brought COVID. No,
No,
just
no.
kidding.
That's
No,
a joke.
that's
That's
a joke.
Dutch humor. Dutch people are kind
But
of.
I'm super grateful that for now, for the whole year, we do not have to do it because it takes a whole day. It takes me to be very green for motion sickness, and of course there are other ways to do it, but sometimes this is just the fastest way. That's how we did it.
To wrap our video up, I wanted to do something different. So if you're new to the channel and if you haven't subscribed yet, by the way, I forgot to invite you. This might be a good moment to consider to subscribe, to follow our Sunshine Family adventures here in Costa Rica.
Yeah, but you have to be aware that 99% of the videos, you see Muriel. I have my own YouTube channel. It's the Freedom Lifestyles Academy. So that is where I more share. Now she started hitting. Why are you hitting me?
I wanted to surprise them with introducing you to your channel. Da, 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 da. No, really, I started recently to, at the end of the video, saying, this is not just me of the Sunshine Family. Hello, it's Dirk. We have 4 dogs and 2 kids. But he has his own channel, and a lot of people ask us questions. So what it is that you do online? Well, for that, the easiest thing is to follow the first link below my videos. Just tap it, follow it, the steps, learn more, find if it's the right fit for you. But Dirk has a complete channel dedicated to all types of things that you can do online. Because working online is not one thing. I call it digital entrepreneurship. If you are an entrepreneur and you know how to navigate online, like this is a beautiful saying, give a man a fish and he will eat for the day. Teach a man to fish and he has food forever. If you learn what you can do online and all the different things and priorities, you can catch lots of types of fishes and you have so much priority. Go to Dirk's channel and you will be surprised, and hopefully you like it. And if not, I'll leave it up to you. Just check it out. I'm gonna create a pop-up right now. Right there. You tap it, you can subscribe and see me sitting under my blanket without makeup in the morning, living in Costa Rica. I don't know how your life might gonna look like in Costa Rica, but this is us. We sit here in front of our crazy old reused Tico house with our buses, 5.5 acres. I'm so happy that we can inspire you. At least I'm hoping to. Let me know in the replies, the comments below, what you like best, if there's anything specific you wanted to share, to ask. And thank you for rewarding our video with thumbs up, because that helps us supporting the channel to reach more people. And if you have a subject, a topic that you want me or us to cover about Costa Rica, let us know as well, because I am happy here to dedicate the channel to everything, because this is for you. With that being said,
see you guys.
thanks
I
for
have nothing
watching.
to add to
No.
this. Great. I'll have to see on the other channel if you have any questions about that. Of course, it's the exact same thing. Reach out to me or pick a video that you like and if
I
you have
forgot
questions,
something.
drop them in the comments.
You see, I'm such a dummy.
And if you want to learn how Muriel is monetizing her channel,
What is monetizing your channel?
to figure that out, there is a link in below this video. She created a whole training about this, how you can make a profit, make your passion. And that is something that can help anyone in the world. If you have a passion and you think, how can I earn a living with my passion?
With videos on YouTube.
Check out her training.
Yeah.
See you in the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.